Welcome to Honest Portuguese. Today we are making the Portuguese olive oil orange cake, my favorite Portuguese cake. It is moist, it's got everything going for it. It's almost like our soups. First day good, second day even better, third, fourth day, it gets better with age. I'm so excited about this. And one thing I'm going to do for you guys too, this is the first time I've baked. People say I can't bake. I tell myself I can't bake. It's too precise. It's just not throw here, throw there. It's precise measurements. Today, I'm going to prove to you anyone can make this fantastic cake. So let me go through the ingredients with you, okay? Here we go. We have some powdered sugar. That's going to be for the finishing product there. We're going to have 3.5 cups of flour, which we're going to sift. I already sifted most of it, but I'm going to show you how to sift it a little bit. We have 3 cups of sugar and 1.5 teaspoons each of salt and baking powder. We also have 5 room temperature eggs, 4 ripe, kind of thick skin navel oranges, and you'll know what, I'll show you why we need a little bit of thick skin on there. We have the most beautiful olive oil in all of creation, the Portuguese olive oil. So all these things together just spell fantastic recipe, fantastic cake. I know that a lot of people, the family members probably have a version of this cake, but this is the most common. This is my favorite cake. And my grandson actually, well, he's almost 3 years old. He'll eat 3 or 4 slices at a time. In fact, we have to hide the cake when we do make it. So let's get to making a cakein', okay? Okay, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take those 5 room temperature eggs. We're gonna break them and put them in our mixing bowl here. Hope that I don't get any shells in, probably will. It's good for you. A lot of protein in the shells. So far, so good, 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 good. There. So what we're going to do is we're going to blend these until they get a frothy, almost like a light yellow color. And then our next step is going to be adding the sugar. But let's do this first. So we're going to put this in our KitchenAid with the paddle. You don't have to get anything crazy. It's going to be use the paddle. We're going to blend these at about a medium speed there. While we're waiting on those going, as you can see, the flour, that's the unsifted flour and that's the sifted flour. Just take a little strainer, colander, whatever you got, and sift the flour. Now, I probably wouldn't have done this, but my wife, who makes this cake phenomenally, uses this as her step, and she swears this is the key to the success. And if you look at it, the consistency totally changes when you do that. Okay, so we got that going. Put the eggs away here. While we're doing that, it's probably about 30 more seconds over here. We're going to come over here. I have 2 oranges, and I'm going to go to the grating section here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to just take off the orange part here, where all the oils are and everything. I'm not going to get to the pith. The pith is the white part right above the meat and right between the skin. So I'm going to try to take off all that beautiful orange skin that has all those wonderful oils and everything in the citrus. So I'm going to go all around the orange, and you do 2 of these out of the 4. So we have 4 total oranges, and we're going to take the skin, grate the skin off of 2 of them, because that's all you need. Get the top and the bottom. If you happen to get a stem, it's not going to kill it. Look pretty good, pretty good. And I've already done one here. Now what I'm going to do also is I'm going to cut them in half. Whatever juicer you have, I have one from my Vavas that is passed down. This thing is a rock, and it's my favorite. There's about 5 or 6 things when my Vava passed away, well, my grandmother passed away, that I wanted, and this was one of the things. It's a juicer, all metal. It's a little bit cattywampus, as you can tell. I'm missing some stuff, but it works. I'm going to take the juice out of the 4 oranges. Okay, we got 2 more to go, but look how juicy these ripe oranges are. I'll finish up with the last 2. Oh, this is going to be a moist cake. Okay, look at all that beautiful orange juice in there. There is my rind. I did a good job not getting too much of the pith. My eggs are ready, and we're going to add those 3 cups of sugar to it. Okay? Again, I want to remind you, I stink at baking, but I'm going to nail this to show that I got some kind of skills. And if not, my wife can come when we'll edit me out and put my wife in, and she'll fix all my mistakes. So when this is going to turn into almost like a lemon color base for it with the eggs and the sugar, and I'll show you when we're done. We're going to let this go in about a medium for about a minute, and I'll show you how beautiful that is going to be. When we get to the flour, all this 3.5 cups of the sifted flour, one of the things that I've been taught, and also my wife has taught me, is that you start with the flour. This is where we're going to put the olive oil in, that beautiful Portuguese olive oil, and I'll show you the color of this olive oil. It's to die for. We're going to start with the flour and always end with the flour. So we're going to start with a little bit of flour, a little bit of Portuguese olive oil, flour, and end with the flour. So, and then we're also at that, when we're done with that mixture there, that's where the citrus comes in. We're going to dump in the rind and that beautiful orange juice that we just did. So I'm going to show you the consistency and what we're looking at. If you could see that, how wonderful that is. So it's almost ready to get a straw right now, but we got to be a little bit patient. And also, this is where you add your 2 other ingredients: the baking powder and the salt. So I'm going to put it back here without making too much of a mess. Boom. I got 1 cup, a half a cup. We're going to fill it up with this olive oil. And this is going to be our fat in the cake. Okay, so you go, oh my gosh, it's so much olive oil, which I don't, because I love me some olive oil. But there's you tell there's no butter, no milk, just eggs. Look at the color of that wonderful olive oil. If you're using a different kind of olive oil than I use, look for this color, get that smell. This is called an olive oil cake for a reason, because you want to get a little bit of that undertone of the olive oil with that beautiful citrus. This is a wonderful cake. So let's see, remember what my wife said. Start off with flour. Boom. We're gonna go add a little beautiful olive oil. I said that, not her. Add some more flour. More olive oil. It sounds like it's thick and whatnot, but you'll see when I pour this thing out how wonderful it is. More olive oil, more flour, more mess, more olive oil, the rest of the olive oil, and the rest of the flour. Now it's got a real doughy consistency right now. It's going to change here just as soon as I get this thing mixed through. A little bit there. Okay, while this is mixing, I want to talk to you about the pan. This is another thing that you should be nice to your vava or your mama. Okay, they probably have one of these. Listen to this. This isn't your cheap ones that you buy for 99 cents. Invest in a good one, or again, when your vava's not home or your mom's not home, go steal it from her. Because definitely she probably has something like this. It's a very heavy metal. It's worth, if it's $20, it's worth $80 in value. Okay, because these things are worth the gold. This one happens to be a little bit non-stick. We also use some stuff because this is a sticky cake. We also use the baking part. You can use butter on this. We've found that the Pam baking spray is the best. So I'm going to turn that off until we get ready to do that. I'm going to prepare my pan. Try to get it all. They make more of this, so if you run out of it, you can go to the store and buy another one. So don't be shy on this, okay? Right there. Okay, now we're going to take our orange juice we're going to pour it in. Going to take my rinds. So I'm going to take that. It'll be a little sloshy. Might make a little bit of a mess. At least I am. Start off real slow. And I forgot my spatula. I'm back. Just kind of pull down the sides. And you're going to do this for about 1.5 to 2 minutes to get that nice and airy. One thing too, 20 minutes ago, I preheated the oven at 350, okay? And because I'm so good at this, I knew that you knew that, so I didn't have to tell you. We're almost ready. Give it a little bit of some air. The smell on this is insane, okay? The citrus, that beautiful olive oil, everything. See, I'm proving to myself I can bake. Even though my Vuvu and my dad were both bakers, I lost the baking gene somewhere along the line. Pull this down. Take the paddle out without making too much of a mess so the wife doesn't yell at me for making a mess. And this is what the dough, the batter, about that kind of consistency. See how beautiful that is? Okay, so that pre-greased bundt cake pan we have. Look at the color and look at the little speckles of the orange rind. We do pretty, us Portuguese people, sometimes we get stuff right. This cake is right. You know, I wonder who the first person was like, let's substitute the butter and vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever, with olive oil. I would have liked to have been in that room because it was probably a guy like me, you know, going, how can we ramp up this recipe? Wash my hands completely for show because I just licked them. I wouldn't have done that. I would not have washed them if I wasn't on big screen TV. Okay, 350 oven, 70 minutes. Okay, not 60, not 65, 70 minutes. At that time, when you're done, take a toothpick, take a popsicle stick, whatever, dig it down deep because this thing's gonna get up pretty high here. So dig it down deep because it's so moist, it's gonna blow you away, okay? But if you pull it up, nothing on the wood stick you have, let it cool down, and then we're gonna go to the next step. Okay, so I'm putting in the oven, 70 minutes, 350. Okay, 70 minutes. I already checked, it's perfect, okay? I already checked with my toothpick. Let me put my oven mitt on. Not touch it, of course. That'd be a bad thing. Let me get another oven mitt. Beautiful. So that's the finished product, and it'll get the easiest thing to do. I know a lot of people go, it's too hot to do this. I'm okay. Enough time for me to grab one of these. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my goodness. How pretty is that? Again, look at that thing. Preparation is key. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to put some powdered sugar on it. How come we're the only people that make this? Huh? 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 Wow. Look at that beauty. Now you know I gotta take a bite, right? So I gotta kill this thing. I gotta go in. The top crust has got a little bit of a crunch, cooked perfectly, okay? The way it cut through, I'm assuming I also did a great job on the moistness of this and the color. I'm getting all kinds of spit in my mouth because I'm just ready to take a bite of this. Look how moist that is. Look at it, it's not falling apart. Perfect. The crust. Hear that? I'm pretty good. I can bake. I'm a baker. I have proved to the world, or at least the 20 people or 30 people that are gonna watch this, that Portuguese orange olive oil cake, absolute winner. The recipe is gonna be posted. Like my page, follow me on YouTube, do all that crazy social media stuff. If you know how to do it, grab your kids, say, hey, I wanna follow this guy. And I will be busting out some really, really good recipes, and I already have some already on my YouTube page. Anyway, thank you so much. Be safe and always be nice. Thank you.